You did follow up on Jeremy Frazier, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
In fact, you went to Jeremy Frazier's house and met with him, and you had him give you his clothing, right?
Yes.
And that was the night you showed him the video from the juice bar?
That's correct.
So as far as your answer a moment ago about McCowan telling you about Jeremy Frazier, recall the questions from Mr. Welsh about the interview itself?
Yes.
And just a moment ago he asked you about the Jeremy Frazier questions?
Yes.
And McCowan was specific during that interview about Jeremy Frazier killing Christa Worthington, wasn't he?
He said that he said that Jeremy killed her.
And at some point in time in 2005, after Mr. McCowan was arrested some 3.5, 4 years later, did Jeremy Frazier turn over any clothing to you?
He did turn over clothing, yes.
And without me showing you the documents, you actually took that clothing from him, didn't you?
That's correct.
Do you recall today what clothing Jeremy Frazier turned over to you?
Yes.
Okay, could you tell the jury about his, what did he turn over?
He turned over Timberland boots, type of wool pant, a sweater that I believe it had stripes in it, and a big leather jacket.
Do you remember what color the sweater was?
I believe it was white, and it had some type of a dark stripe on it.
Okay. Was it blue and white?
It may have been blue and white, I'm not sure.
The blue and white Nautica sweater?
It was a Nautica sweater, white with the dark stripes on it.
And is it fair to say that during the course of your investigation of the Jeremy Frazier involvement in the case, you became aware of lab reports in this case?
Yes.
Blue and white fibers found on Christa Worthington's vaginal area?
I'm not aware of that.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor? I'd like to show you a report dated July 26, 2002, signed by Robert Martin. And I just direct your attention to the product that's circled. Now, you turned over Frazier's clothing to the crime lab, right? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Now, you turned over Frazier's clothing to the crime lab, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
And showing you that document from scientist Martin, or chemist Martin, does it appear that blue and white fibers were found on Christa Worthington's body?
That's what the document says, yes.
Could you tell us where they were found?
The trace material was covered from Christa Worthington's pubic area.
And the blue and white Nautica t-shirt, sweatshirt or sweater that you turned over, did Martin ever examine that?
I believe the clothing was examined, yes.
And was he examining it to see if there was any evidence on it, like DNA evidence or blood or fiber evidence?
I believe that's what the exam was for.
And was turned over in 2005?
Yes.
Do you know whether or not Martin ever compared the fibers from Jeremy Frazier's blue and white Nautica sweater to the blue and white fibers found in Christa Worthington's vaginal area?
I don't know that.
Well, if I told you they weren't, would that refresh your memory?
No, I don't.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sergeant.